Welcome back to this Devlog series, where I document the progress on the indie game I'm currently developing. My plan is to have a somewhat playable prototype level finished until the end of December, so I can finally start playtesting and getting feedback from others on the game. And the last major thing I needed to implement was multiplayer. So let's see how that went. A short disclaimer here. I only plan to implement local multiplayer and not online multiplayer. The reason for this decision is simple. Networking is a very complicated thing to program, and I'm working solo in the game. And because I plan on eventually finishing the game, instead of spending a lifetime on boring networking code, I will just leave it at local multiplayer. Initially, I expected it to take forever to implement the multiplayer. Turned out it wasn't too bad. To put it simply, the only thing I had to do was to duplicate the player object and find a new solution for input handling. And here we go. Local multiplayer found its way into my game. But this was of course not all regarding the multiplayer. I needed to adjust camera to view both players at once. At first, it looked something like this. Literally too close for comfort. The next version looked quite good. I also made some distinguishable sprites of the astronauts, so that the multiplayer wouldn't be confusing. These are of course not final. Great, now that all mandatory systems were in place, I started designing the first small level that I wanted to finish until the end of the month. So I took out an old school piece of paper and sketched out an outline for the level. During that process, I got two new ideas. Firstly, I created spikes that damage the players over time. Simple, but effective. Secondly, I put together a placeholder illustration and started programming. If you have watched my previous devlogs, which you know I recommend you to do, then you probably remember this enemy called the floater. A single floater is well and good, but do you know what's better than a single floater? A whole floater nest that spawns new floaters. Yes, this thing took more time to put together than it should have. I cannot say it was worth it, but the result was quite cool. Then I went on to create a breakable wall as an obstacle. However, this wasn't too hard. It was literally just a wall object with a health script slapped on it. I will of course add visuals later on. Speaking of visuals, I experimented a bit with different brushes in order to find an art style for my game. I hope to find something I'm comfortable with in the near future, because I'm already getting sick of staring at those white bars all day. Other than that, I also made a temporary respawn system for the playtesting. And that's it for this time. The next task on my plan is to turn my sketch into a level in Unity. I already have most of the individual elements in place. Now I just need to combine them together. Consider subscribing if you want to see how this will turn out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.